All right, guys. So today I'm making a video for something that I've been wanting to do for a while because I've been wanting to play another Dynasty besides the Tennessee one that we've been doing on stream. If you haven't seen those, you can hit the link right up here and catch any of those videos with my Tennessee Dynasty. But yeah, today we're gonna make a custom team that I'm gonna use in our other Dynasty. And because Tennessee's sort of a strong team, a lot of teams want to build their dynasty from the ground up. That's what we're going to do here. Instead of using a team that's already on the game, and if you're like me, it's hard to use another team that's not your team. My team being Tennessee, so I decided I'm going to make my own team and build them from the ground up. So we're just going to go through that. I'm just going to start from the beginning here. Get started, and it'll bring you here. And you will need to sign in at some point. So we'll go ahead and create. You have all these that I guess the other people have uploaded, and if you want to use theirs or I guess start from what they're doing, you can. But I'm going to be building mine from scratch. So go here to create. So this is where you're gonna start. Back in the day, I used to just use my hometown and this is sort of cool because if I wanted to use the town that I'm living in now, you have all your states and stuff, but you can go to non-US here. I don't know what that does, but we're not doing that. So what I decided to do is I'm going to make my high school team into a college team. I played back in the day. I played in high school, so I'm originally from Powell, Tennessee. So I didn't want to call myself Powell High School. So what I decided to do was call myself Powell Tech, or we could even say Powell College or something like that. But we're gonna go with Powell Tech because I did try using Powell College, and then when I did my initials here, I did PCP, and it wouldn't allow me to do that. So we'll do PT, and then the reason the other one is P because our nickname, we were the Panthers. So we're gonna use that. And abbreviation, I'll just use Powell Tech. We'll do PT, Powell Tech, PTU. We'll do Powell Tech University. So there's all our school info. And from there, we can go to our logos. So you can see that there are some logos that are already here. You can also upload. You go here, you see you can upload here. And you can see here that there's a maximum size and it has to be PNG. Now, there are a couple websites that I will put down in the description for making the size, this size right here. I use this website here, imageresizer.com. Pretty straightforward. And then you can also change things into PNG here as well. This website's really useful. You can change you can change the size, you can change the kind of file that it is. There's a lot of things you can do with this. And then I also use the Adobe to do background removal. So if we go in here, we see the size requirements here. And then of course you have some legal things here. You don't want anything offensive. You don't want to be infringing on any kind of copyrights or people's names. And then you don't want to obviously dox anywhere or anything like that. So you say, okay. You could do things like this. You could get an AI image. I created that with AI. I don't know, there's tons of AI stuff there, and you can make something like this. But what I did was I searched Panther Paul logo. I found some stuff like this, and then I used those websites. I'm very comfortable with DaVinci Resolve. That's what I do my video editing with, but I also use it to change colors and stuff because I think the original one looked like this, and I had to go in and change color. But you can use like Paint or Photoshop, but this is the one that I created because my school's logo looks like this. And then I did make an alternative one too, which is the black here. And the reason I did that is if we want to make a secondary helmet or something like that, and I'm gonna make the logo this one right here. I like the white one better. We go here and we have to change our colors. So Powell's main colors are black. And another thing you can do to find the colors that you want, you can just Google search their hex number. So there's a specific color that you want. I like to use Tennessee orange. So you can see here, I just Googled Tennessee orange color code, and then it gives it to you here. So you can just copy it and then go back to the team builder. Don't forget to hit apply there. And then for your secondary color, you can just copy and paste it there. Maybe take the hash mark out. There you go. There's an orange color there. push apply, and then Pal's like tertiary color was just white. Apply, and then we got our 3 colors there. You can pick your apparel brand. If I remember correctly, when I was in high school, we didn't have brands or anything like that. We just ordered it from some. This is 30 years ago. But now high schools have brands and stuff like that. And I looked it up. My high school's apparel brand is actually Jordan's, I think. So, but that's not a choice. So I sort of like, I mean, just for me, I wear a lot of Under Armour because in Korea it's hard to find things in my size, and Under Armour is a place that I can get stuff pretty easy. Now I will say the brand that you choose actually does affect the styles of uniforms that you can have. So certain patterns on your uniforms and things like that will be affected by which brand you're using. And I also believe it affects your font too. The cool thing is you can actually you don't have to worry about that right now, because you can do it when you're making your uniform. Now go to the uniform, and this is cool. So you can do your home, you can do your away, and then if you notice in the game, there's alternative homes, there's alternative aways, and then there's altogether alternative. When you go into here, there's a lot of options here. You just going on the helmet here. Your base color is black. You go matte, shiny, or chrome. I don't really like the chrome. Chrome's cool in some of the things, but I'll just go with shiny. I'm trying to remember what my helmets look like. I'm pretty sure they were just straight up just nothing. We didn't have anything on there, so I put none here. But you can put different things on here if you want. So it's really cool. There's a lot of customization that you can do with this, but I'm just going to go with none. Here, this is where you're going to add your logo. So I'm going to get rid of the EA logo here, and we'll put ours right there. And then you can adjust where it is. We'll do mirrored there. You should be able to, and there's some reflectiveness here. I sort of like the chrome. It's not even white. It's just that. So I sort of like the glossy, but you can do whatever you want, right? You can change the size. I want it to be the whole thing, but let's just reset it. If you don't like where it's at, you can put it over here. Like mine's sort of behind the strap there, so like that there. Should be, and it's mirrored, so it should be like that, right? So we just apply that. We did have numbers on the back of ours, so you can, this one, it's set to none, and you can put something in the front right here, you can put something in the back right here. We did have stuff on the back of ours, so I'm going to do that as well. Obviously, if it's black, we can't see it, so we're going to change it to white. It looks really plain that way, and so you got these things with the different number styles, and then some have borders, some don't. Just going to pick a number style that I like, and we'll go with that one right there. Okay, again, we're going glossy there, and also you can even like fix that up to the way you like it. I'm touching there, but yeah, that looks good. And if you wanted to put the black on the outside, you could. If you want to do the black like that, but we're gonna go with the white inside, so you can change the size here. I feel like it's a little too big, so we're gonna make it a little smaller and pull it down like that, and it looks cool. All right, now a couple more things here. We gotta always make sure you apply. We got a couple things here. So we got our face mask. I like the black face mask with the glossy look. I mean, you could go chrome. It sort of looks cool chrome, but we'll go with the glossy. We've been going glossy the whole way. Chin strap, I want to make everything black. You could put some flavor to this here with the cup color here. Like orange could look cool, but we're going all black here, right? We're going all black. And then the bumper colors, that's this part here. We're going to keep it white, and that side too. But I don't want any image on there, so we're going to take this off here. Also, the back side here, we're going to take the image off. Keep it nice and clean, just like this. Oh, and I said I wanted to keep it all black, so let's change that. Okay, so this is our helmet here, just our normal helmet, and this is actually what our helmet looked like. Obviously the style is a little bit more modern. Like I said, I played like 30 years ago, so it didn't look quite like that, but yeah, it looks good. I'm happy with it. And then we go to our jerseys here. So here you can have a lot of fun with this as well. Again, we're going black. Notice that this and then this are different colors, so you want to make sure you keep with your colors that you picked. And then our logo, it'll be this one, but I'm going to keep it white there. Also, this is where like depending on the brand that you pick, it'll look different here. I was playing around with this earlier, and I think I like this one the best. And this is sort of cool here. This is an Under Armour design. So if you pick Nike or Adidas, it would probably be something different. So it's totally up to you. But I'm going to keep mine simple. So I'm going to do that. Yeah, you have different stripes here. I think we did have like stripes, I want to say. But I'm going to keep this off because I want to use this. I'm going to use this, like the cuff under here. And it's default like this red thing. So make sure you change it to whatever color you want to use. So that's there. And then there's no collar design because I guess Under Armour doesn't have that. And then you want your nameplate, so you can look back here. I'm going to go with the same thing that I had, the border, because I think it looks good. It pops a little bit like that. So we'll do that. And then the numbers, I want to try to get the numbers that I was using. Third bar from the bottom. Yeah, that was good there. We're still keeping glossy. Keep everything the same here. Actually, we did have numbers up here, so I'm going to keep those as well. Having on the shoulders is like super like 90s, 80s and 90s style, I think. But you do whatever you want. Happy with that. We have our custom layers here too. So I don't like the EA thing because we're not EA, but you could put your logo here. You know what? I sort of don't like it. I think I'm gonna take it off. So we'll delete that. Yeah, keep it simple there. Move on to the pants here. All right, again, this is a different color than what my base is, so we'll change it here. And then I want the brand logo to be white. I'm also going to take this off here. I don't want any of that stuff on there. So it's hard to see when it's black. So if you change the base color to white, you can see that the design is actually different from this one to this one to this one. So if you really care about that, then you should just look at it white and then go from there. So I mean, for me, it doesn't really matter because you can't see it anyway. This one's pretty minimal, so I sort of like minimal, so we'll go with that. All right, so we got our black, and then we have our pant design. Back in the day, I think we had something like, I want to say we had something like this, where it was like, yeah, it was almost exactly like this. I thought about going this way, look a little bit more modern. Yeah, like our pants were like this. They were sort of like this. But I think I'm gonna keep it more modern and go with this one. Pretty simple there. And also, don't forget, you can preview what you're doing like the whole time here, right? All right, and the last one, socks. So this one, so like I said, I played around with this. So when I played around with this, I noticed that when it's Under Armour, there's no branding on here, right? So it doesn't matter what you have it on here, okay? But anyway, we're gonna do, I was doing like this, okay? So, you know, a lot of customization. Socks, pretty basic though. Socks are pretty basic. This is what my home uniforms look like. So I think pretty cool. I like it. I was gonna do step by step with you guys with the first one, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do the other stuff. I'm gonna do an away. I'm gonna do a home alternative. I'm gonna do a away alternative, and then I'm gonna do like an alternative, which I have sort of a good idea for. So when I finish, we'll get on to other stuff. All right, so you guys saw me make this one. I might have made a few more changes, but yeah, basically the same. My away, I remember we kept the black helmets, but we went all white pants, white jersey. But I went with a more modern look, and I decided, because it was all white, I decided to go ahead and put the pattern on the shoulders here. And then for our away alternatives, we did this sometimes when I was in school too. We put the white jersey on with the black pants. So the alternative, I decided to go super different, because you know, colleges these days, they do that. Tennessee has their black and oranges, and so I decided to go with an all orange here with the orange helmet. And I went with the black paw there. But I did find that there was sort of a glitch. And the glitch here is that even though Under Armour is my sponsor, or is my apparel, I couldn't put it. I couldn't change it over here. It's only on the pants. So it's sort of a, I don't know. I think that's sort of a glitch. This extra. uniform that I made. And as you can see, this is still in beta, right? It's still team builder beta, so it's gonna have its glitches and stuff like that. So we move on to stadium. So for your stadium, I think it starts out as Tiburon or something like that. But I decided to use my dad's name, just something, you can make it whatever. And then this is the limitation that I don't like in this game, is that you have to choose a stadium that already exists. You can customize it. So I've decided, and I'll tell you what the problem is. I've decided to go with Buffalo. The reason I decided to go with Buffalo, because Buffalo is one of the few universities that has a track around the field. Obviously I'm making my team in the image of my high school, and like most high school football fields, they have a track around their field. So I wanted a field that had a track. Also, it's going to be a smaller school, so it's got 29,000, which is way more than what my high school field could hold. And you're like, oh wait, it's blue and stuff. No, you can change it, right? But the only thing is, and I played, because I tried it out and I played my team, the colors don't necessarily change. Like some of the people do, like when they're like zoom in on teams or zoom in on the crowd, they'll be wearing black and orange shirts and stuff. But that's a little weird. And also, it's the University of Buffalo, so like you can see here on the scoreboard, it says University of Buffalo, and then there's like a buffalo there. You'll see that on the scoreboard, so that's sort of annoying. But you can change things in the stadium. I did do this. I got a grass surface. I did the colors. You can change what the numbers look like, whether they have outlines, the font. There's a couple of fonts, I think, that you can choose from. And yeah, there's a lot of customization here. You got this, which I didn't really like, putting the G's on there, so I didn't do that. In my high school, we had logos, end zones. Yeah, there's no logos. These are your choices. It's sort of weird, some weird choices here, but I went with the checkerboard. There's some customization, but for the most part, I feel like this is the least customizable part of making your team. And it says that you're supposed to have crowd color, black, orange, you can do white, and then you can balance it and stuff. But I still think that's something they need to work on. And then again, I made my own like custom logo. And yeah, there's all this stuff that you can do. You can change this stuff up here with the benches and stuff, but you can change like the outline of here, which I didn't even really think about. I just wanted to make sure that I had a track around it. Anyway, so that's what we did. And then last part, you can go in here and change like the numbers and stuff. I think you can even like change this stuff too. I decided to go with Average Joe's. I didn't want to start as a Cupcake. We could start with Cupcake. I mean, we could. I decided to keep with Tennessee's playbook. And we're going to go with I think we were going with 3-3. I mean, we could start at Cupcake. Shoot, if we're starting small, let's go small. Screw it, I'll go that way. So this is my team. I could go in and change. Apparently you can't change names, but you can change numbers and stuff like that. So save it. All right. And then after you save it, you want to submit. So right before you submit, you can review everything. We're Powtech Panthers from Powell, Tennessee. We're not very good. We're the Cupcake. We're going to go with the Tennessee offensive playbook, because that's the one that I've been using a lot. We can go back and look at all our uniform stuff just to make sure. Everything, you can check it out. And then you need to submit. Okay. So we are uploaded, submitted. That did take a few minutes. It takes about, I don't know, my computer took about a minute, maybe a little bit longer than that. Yeah, we're all good to go. So now what do? We go into the game, and we have to download. All right, so we're back in the game. The first thing we want to do is we want to go to our Create and Share tab, and this is where we're going to download our team that we just created. Also, you can see that all those teams that we saw on there, they're here for people to use, I guess. But we're going to go over to My Sharing. All right. And here's our team. This is the Cupcake team, Powtech, that we just created. We're going to go ahead and download it. Takes a second to download. We got it. And now we want to go back to the main menu here, and we're going to go to game mode or home, because I have Dynasty going on. Now, a lot of the YouTube tutorials that I saw about doing this, when you do this, they say you should go to Cloud Multi-User, and then they say go to Active Roster. So when I've done this, this is what happens. We sit here, and we've seen this where we've downloaded rosters before, and usually it's really fast, right? But mine goes really, really slow. And just so you know, I'm playing on Xbox. I don't know if it's different on PlayStation, on PS5. And in my experience, it goes really slow, and then it says there's an error. So we'll see what happens. All right, so that actually took much longer to get the error message than before. This is the error message I get. Usually it takes about, I don't know, 10 seconds to get this message. This one took about 3 or 4 minutes to get this message. But anyway, we got the error message, right? And then if I click it again, it should download very quickly like this. And then here's the problem. Like I said, last time it would like to get to the full bar, it took like 5 minutes. That one took like 10 seconds, right? So here's the problem. When I do that, there's no option to bring in my school. So I was like, what the heck do I do? I checked a billion places, couldn't figure it out. So this is what I ended up doing, because everybody says you should go to Cloud Multi-User, and you're supposed to go to Active Roster, right? But I just tried this, and I went to Default Roster, and then my team was there. So if you're having that problem where everybody was saying go to the active rosters, just go to your default roster, and then your team's there. So I'm going to import my team here. Our school will replace a team. So it's not like and what would be great is that, like, if you could like be put into the Pac-12, because there's only 2 teams in the Pac-12, right? So I hate to replace them, but you know, I thought about like replacing Vanderbilt and just being the new Vanderbilt, but then they'd be playing a lot of teams that I already play a lot. I don't know. I still might do it. I feel like if I go to a team, a school like one of these, then I don't know if I'll just ever be able to like come back, right? Being in a small conference. But the way that they got the playoffs now, I mean, maybe that's the way to go, right? I also heard that you should go with a team that's got similar colors as you, because maybe that will help the colors in your stadium. I think I'm going to go, I think I will go the route of being in a smaller conference, and we'll go with the Sun Belt, and I think I'll take Coastal Carolina out, because it looks like they have a lot of black in their color scheme, so we'll go with that. Yeah, we're a pretty bad team, and you can keep the Coastal Carolina roster, but I don't know why you would do that. So let's go with this. There we go. That's our team there. I think we can back out here. We're gonna go to our settings now. Everybody does theirs differently. I've been playing on All-American. I just feel like if I played varsity, I mean, I'd probably win most of the games anyway. I like to do 8 minutes. This is the way I've been doing it. Accelerate clock on. I'll do the minimum play clock at like 25. And it seems like you can like change your conferences. I do wonder if you can add more teams to the, okay, you can. All right, so this is cool. So maybe as our team gets bigger, we can like switch these things around and stuff like that. That's cool. That's cool. Okay. That's nice. I didn't, you know, I haven't really played around with like customizing your dynasty like that. So that's sort of an interesting thing to know. We might do that as we progress in the years and stuff like that. All right, so this is where your team should be on the bottom. No, sorry. I guess we'll look in the Sun Belt, and we'll go with that. We're going to be the head coach, of course. I feel like if we're going to be building from the ground up, we need to be a recruiter. So I don't know if you guys been watching my Tennessee Dynasty. I just went with the default name because his name was Les Go. What's this guy's name? Always be Cruton. I'll always be Cruton. Okay. I think what we're going to do here is we're going to go with we're just going to go with me. Some people know I don't keep my last name secret, but we'll just go with my channel name. And we're going to go with Tennessee. Pipeline. So again, I'm going to go with what I think is the better one, which is going to be Metro Atlanta. Not that this matters, right? I hope it's going to be in our colors. All right. Just got to get 5 wins. Import the teams. All right. So there we go. We have officially made Powell Tech University. If you found this video helpful, think about hitting the thumbs up. And if you want to catch my live streams, or if you want to see how Powell Tech University is going to do in their dynasty, in the building of this dynasty, think about subscribing to the channel. Throw any comments down at the bottom. This is the first time I've done this kind of video, so let me know what you think, if it was helpful or whatever. And hey, good luck to your dynasty, and have fun with it. Be creative with your team, and yeah, looking forward to seeing what you guys do as well. Anyway, appreciate the support, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.